What we just witnessed in live time was a classic example of a man who couldn't put his pride and ego away. You hate to see it, you really do, because Dabo Swinney, ruined everything for Clemson. Oh, brother. I can't even sit up here and try to act like and try to say that I feel bad for Mr. Dabo Swinney, because I don't. I knew. Let me emphasize this, and you guys know this if you watch the channel. I knew this was going to happen. I said it last year. I said it in the off season. I said it all throughout summer, all throughout fall, all throughout this year. It would happen, and what do you know? Your boy Matt was finally right on something. The only person I feel bad for, and it's not a person, but it's people I feel bad for, is every single person on that Clemson football team. This shouldn't have happened. The only thing I can say about it is that I hope and pray that Dabo, he learns from his mistakes. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's safe to say it's not even debatable. This is the biggest mistake that Dabo has made in his coaching career. Not only is it embarrassing, but Clemson fans, let me know in the comment section, how do you feel about this? You got to be feeling frustrated, mad, pissed off, and all kinds of emotions. This cost you so much, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. We're not going to beat around the bush. We also got to talk about some stuff going on in the transfer portal. Oh, man. For those of you that don't know, it's December 5th. What does that mean? The transfer portal has officially opened. To say it's been a hot mess, that would be an understatement. I don't even know what to call it at this point. There is so many big-time, and I mean really big-time quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs transferring and leaving left and right. I've lost count. I feel like the sole intention of the transfer portal was so guys that are like second and third stringers, they can go somewhere else and play. But that's not what it's being used for at all. Yeah, you're going to see your fair share of backup quarterbacks leave here and there, but you're also seeing your fair share of star wide receivers, star offensive linemen, star running backs, quarterbacks. They're leaving and they're starting. That's what's so messed up about all this. We've got a lot to talk about. It's a jam-packed video. I'm already overwhelmed myself just thinking about it. All right, Matt, blah, blah, blah. Shut the crap up. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Trust me when I say this, you got to pay attention and lock in, because there is so much going on in the college football world. You're not paying attention to this video for 30, 45 seconds, you're going to miss out on some big news. First thing is first, this is the strangest transfer I've seen up to date. Alabama's starting, let me repeat that, their starting offensive guard, Cohen, he's announced he's entering the portal, and he's already started 25 games at Bama. He's arguably one of the best offensive linemen in the country. He's got a great, lustful career going on at Bama, and now he's leaving. I just find that really strange because, yeah, we see wide receivers, running backs, quarterbacks, linebackers, defensive backs enter the portal, but you rarely see a starting offensive lineman enter the portal. There's a lot of speculation going on. I would just love to hear his reason for it. Check out this comment. Imagine transferring because you didn't make the playoffs 1 year, and under that, I think it more so has to do with Bryce Young leaving. Could be wrong though, and I got over 300 likes. I thought of that, and that still doesn't make sense to me, because whoever plays quarterback for Alabama next year, it's either going to be a 4 or 5 star recruit. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be the next Bryce Young, but like I said, this is just weird to me. What I'm getting to is, it's not like Alabama's going to fall off and go 6-6 next year. They're still going to be a great team, one of the best teams in the country. I don't know, Bama fans. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this. The only thing I can assume is that A, he's either going somewhere to be closer to his family, or B, there's going to be changes on that offensive staff at Alabama, and he's aware of it. I'm wishing him the best of luck. It's not a major blow to Alabama. Don't get that twisted. Yeah, it's not the greatest thing to have him leave, but I think they'll be A-okay. Just plug in the next 5-star recruit. I also feel like it may be a bad financial decision too, because Nick Saban's got the most ties to the NFL, and I feel like a starting offensive lineman at Alabama that's played really well, they got a better chance of getting drafted really high than a, for example, starting lineman at whoever, USC or Chattanooga State Water Aquarium, wherever this guy transfers. I've seen a lot of theories about him leaving. If you know anything about it, fill us in the comment section. But we got to get a move on. I say we keep it in the SEC, why not? Only going to talk about this for 30 seconds, but weirdly enough, I know that's going to be the main word of this video, weirdly enough, Zach Calzada, the quarterback at Auburn, looking like he's got a great chance to be the starter next year. He had a meeting with Hugh Freeze, and after the meeting, he entered the portal. I mean, I guess it's safe to say the meeting didn't go too well. I don't think this is a major blow to Auburn because that program is in shambles, but I did find it interesting. Last but not least for the portal talk, and we got to talk about Clemson. The breaking news came out that Oklahoma State's quarterback, and this one shocked me a lot, Spencer Sanders, he's entering the portal. First things first, I didn't even know Spencer Sanders still had eligibility left. He's been starting at Oklahoma State for what, 4 years? Yeah, it shows it right here. Been starting for 4 years and has nearly 10,000 passing yards and 67 touchdowns. Well, Well, would you look at that, ladies and gentlemen? Looks like we're gonna have another Stetson DoorDash Bennett situation. I could not be the only one who is sick and tired of this COVID year BS. They never should have done it. If you played the COVID year, it should have counted towards your eligibility. If you didn't play, it shouldn't have counted. That's simple. Cause now we got people like Hendon Hooker, 25 years old, playing for Tennessee. Stetson DoorDash Bennett, 25, playing for Georgia against 18-year-old kids. I'm tired of all the COVID year bull crap. I can't wait till it's 6 years from now and nobody's gonna have that COVID year. Where will Spencer Sanders wound up? I don't know. Does anybody really want this guy? He's a good quarterback, but that's all he is. He's not great. He's not on the level of a CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, Caleb Williams, anybody like that. I just don't know what he's wanting to do because I don't think a lot of these major D1 programs like a Georgia, Alabama, or Tennessee, whoever's going to go after him. Or actually, now that I brought it up, maybe Tennessee does go after him. That could be interesting. Keep your eyes on that. Finally, though, moving on to the main topic, the main encore. The main reason you clicked onto this video, we gotta talk about the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. DJ Ookabadoogie. Well, really, we gotta talk about Dabo Swinney and slightly a little bit about DJ. Girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen, it finally happened. I made a video on this Thursday talking about the rumors going on, and I guess you could say they weren't rumors, it's true. Mr. DJ has officially entered the portal. Is anybody shocked by this? No, and I bet Clemson fans, they're ecstatic about this because in reality, DJ's held him back not only this year, but last year as well. I already know everybody's going to bring up, well, Matt, the offensive line wasn't too good. The receivers dropped passes here and there. The offensive coordinator wasn't this, wasn't that. Yeah, see where you're coming from. Those are decent arguments. They're not good arguments, but they're decent arguments. At the end of the day, though, what did I tell you in the previous video? DJ is the one who's throwing the ball. However you want to chop it up, you want to put some blame on the wide receivers, Dabo, the staff, whoever. DJ was the main reason the offense sucked at times. What have I also told you for the past several months? Hey, I don't know if this Cade Klubnik dude, he is the real deal. I don't even know if he's a good quarterback or if he's going to be a great quarterback or average quarterback. However, here's what I do know. DJ's not the guy. However you want to chop it up, you want to give him the benefit of the doubt and say it's not a good fit, not a good system for him, that's okay. But all I know is he's not the guy. It didn't work out, and I'm glad there's no rough ending to it because there shouldn't be. I like DJ as a person. He's just not a good quarterback. He's an average quarterback at best, and at most colleges, that would be okay. But we're talking about Clemson. It's championship or bust. Unless I'm misinformed on this, I don't really think Clemson fans care too much about the Orange Bowl. I could be wrong on that. Maybe their standards have changed. With DJ entering the portal, check out some of these comments. Crazy how these dudes lose their starting job and jump straight into the portal. Grow up. Under that, somebody replied, he's about to be a senior and just lost a starting job to a freshman. If he has aspirations to go pro, he has to go somewhere where he's guaranteed to see the field in order to rebuild his resume up. It's the right play and he waited until the end of the season. That's what I'm talking about. I don't understand the first guy. What do you want him to do? Sit on the bench and just be happy with it? No, he wants to play football. All athletes want to play. Nobody wants to sit on the bench. I want y'all to really comprehend this. The fact that DJ even started that game on Saturday with how pitiful he played against South Carolina, I lost a little bit more respect that I had for Dabo. The way he handled the Klubnik and DJ thing all throughout this year, it just made me lose so much respect for the guy. And I tweeted this out, and I'm not trolling, I believe it. I've came to the conclusion that DJ Uyunglele has some career-threatening dirt on Dabo Swinney. I believe that. There was no excuse for DJ to be playing that late in the season. If you just wanted to start him the first 3 or 4 games, get Cade Klubnik his feet wet, I understand that. But letting him start past week 7, unacceptable. Anybody with 2 eyes and a decent IQ, you could understand. Even your casual fans, even girls watching the game could understand. No disrespect to girls, but I'm talking about girls that don't really watch football. You get what I'm trying to say. Everyone knew that DJ wasn't that good. I also tweeted this out. If Cade Klubnik was starting the entire season, Clemson would be undefeated currently. There's no debating that. It's simple. They would be undefeated. DJ's the main reason they lost against Notre Dame and South Carolina, and he's the main reason they weren't beating these teams worse throughout the season. I want to show you this box score. You look at it and you go, well, dang, I mean, he was only 2 for 5, but still. Just watch the first play of the game. He had a wide receiver wide open. He throws the ball in the dirt. I don't know what it is with DJ. Maybe he lost his confidence, his swagger. I don't know, but there's no reason for that. Like I said in a previous video, because Dabo, he believes in him for some reason. I don't know why Dabo believed in him so much, but he did. Also, looking at the box score, wow, and wow. Cade Klubnik, 20 for 24. Has DJ ever had a completion percentage that high? I don't think so. 280 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 INTs, QBR of 94.1. It doesn't get better than that, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, true freshman. It should have been 21 for 24 because one of the wide receivers dropped a wide open pass late in the game. With all that being said, it leads us up to where we are today. And check out what Dabo Swinney had to say. This was about 4 or 5 days ago. He said this about South Carolina. Honestly, thought we had the better team, but the better team doesn't always win. Well, here's the thing, Mr. Dabo. You did have the better team. You know why you lost to Clemson? Because your ego and pride got in the way and you couldn't look DJ in the face and say, hey man, you straight up have been sucking this year. We're rolling with Klubnik. I came to the theory that the only reason that Dabo stuck with DJ so long is because he wanted to prove a point to the media. Because what did everybody in the media say this year and last year? Man, Dabo's got to take out DJ. He ain't been playing good. What we just witnessed in live time was a classic example of a man who couldn't put his pride and ego away. You hate to see it, you really do, because Dabo Swinney, ruined everything for Clemson. And may I remind you, I am by no means any stretch of the imagination a Clemson fan. But, and I have a big but, I am pissed off for that fan base because Dabo, your man, the myth, the legend himself, I mean, he's a great coach, don't get me wrong, but he cost you one this year, or at least a shot for the championship. This Clemson team's great. The only thing that held him back was Dabo's ego and DJ. And it's hard for me to even really blame DJ because it's the coach's job to put his players in the best position to succeed, and Dabo failed to do that. And I already know what somebody's about to say. Well, Matt, if Cade Klubnik played against Notre Dame, I don't know if they would have won that. And okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on that one, but even with that loss to Notre Dame, if Clemson would have beat South Carolina, they would have gotten to the playoff. A one-loss Clemson team that won their conference championship would have got in over Ohio State, and everyone agrees on that. Clemson fans, let me know. I want to hear your opinion. Are you not mad? Are you not upset about this? That would eat me alive knowing I had this great and outstanding team, and we just got held back because Dabo couldn't make a smart decision with the quarterback. And like I said before, I get last year you didn't have any other options. You had to roll with DJ. But this year, you had one of the most talented quarterbacks in the country, a 5-star in Cade Klubnik, and you still chose DJ. You should have listened to me, Dabo. You should have started Klubnik earlier. And what's even more impressive about this, nobody's talking about, this kid, Cade Klubnik, he hasn't even really played this year, and in one of the biggest games, the ACC Championship, he was 20 for 24. If you're a Clemson fan, yeah, I wouldn't be feeling so good about this season, but you got to be ecstatic about next season. Klubnik looks good, man. I ain't saying he's going to go out there and win the Heisman next year, but I expect him to have a good season. I am very curious, so let me know your thoughts down below. But,